Hey there, it's Doro again. I went to make a day 2 video for my first round of the 3-day refresh. So day 2 was a little bit tougher. Food-wise, it was still pretty easy. Ate a lot of the same stuff. So, you start off with Shakeology in the morning, a fruit serving. I ended up doing 12 strawberries, which I love, so that's easy enough. And then, you do your fiber sweep, you have tea, and then you have a lunch, snack, dinner, and a couple teas in between. So food-wise, no problem. Energy-wise, it was a little tougher. I noticed in the middle of the day, probably before actual lunch or dinner, I got a little bit more tired, kind of had a little bit of a headache. I was trying to drink a lot of water to keep that off, but at one point, I kind of debated taking a nap because I just felt tired and my head didn't feel so great, but I ended up actually getting myself to do my yoga instead, and that actually really helped a lot. I felt a lot better after that, a lot more awake. And then instead of my afternoon tea, I ended up having coffee, which is allowed, though not encouraged on the plan. I think mostly because a lot of people load their coffee up with cream and sugar and things like that. I'm used to drinking my coffee black, so it really wasn't a big deal. I got an iced coffee. I think that helped a little bit too. But otherwise, felt pretty alright. The headache went away, the tiredness went away, so the rest of the evening was pretty easy. Not starving, feeling pretty alright energy-wise. Went for a couple walks with my husband, and that wasn't too bad. But also took it pretty easy, which was helpful, because then if you're doing it over the weekend, you're probably not as crazy as you would be during the work week. So overall, I have to say day 2 was a little bit tougher. Still not terrible though. Not so much hungry or any of that. Definitely seeing some more results, which is pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting any massive weight loss here because I tend to eat pretty well most of the time. It's really trying to kick the cravings and kick things like that. And it was kind of interesting because I was thinking a lot about stuff I wanted, like junk food, and I ended up on Pinterest a few times looking at treats, which is not helpful. But it was nice because I wanted that stuff, but it was more because I knew I couldn't have it. It was more of a mental thing of like, I want it because I can't have it, not because I wasn't necessarily feeling the need for it. And even when I was sort of craving things, it was easy enough to tell myself, it's just a craving. It's not a legitimate need. I'm not starving. I'm not needing these things. I just want them because I want them and they're tasty. It wasn't like I was fighting my body on it so much as just talking to myself through it. And that's kind of one of the nice things that's been, with this refresh. And the idea is to kind of break some of those bad habits. And it's kind of a nice reminder that, you are in control of what you put in your body. And you do have a say in what you eat and whether it's junk or it's good for you or if it's a balance of the two. And that's just, it's kind of nice to know, because I think sometimes when you make one bad choice after another, it's easy to just assume, well, I don't have the discipline, or I'm not capable of this, or it's just how I eat, I can't help myself. And I think this program has been a nice reminder of, no, I totally can help myself. It's on to me to, decide what I purchase at the grocery store, or what I decide to eat, or what I make for dinner. It's all on me. It's not on some outside force that I'm just a victim of, So it's been a nice reminder of, like, when I'm making the right choices and I'm dedicated to them, I can totally make them, and I can eat well, I can eat healthy, and it's been nice kind of revamping my vegetables a little bit more and getting into, some more of that in my diet, because that's probably been lacking a little bit lately. The other nice thing too is there's a handful of recipes that you get for the dinner options, and I have to say a lot of them are really tasty, and I look forward to actually including them as part of my regular meal plan. So both lunch and dinner, you have the vanilla shake, and then you have a dish of mixed vegetables depending on what you choose to do. And I have to say, those are dishes I want to be including in our regular diet because they're really tasty. They're basically like nice little side dishes of salads or steamed veggies or stir fries. And if you replace the vanilla shake, which is basically your main source of protein on this, with chicken or a good piece of fish or some other ideas depending on what you want to eat and what you like to eat when your diet is like, I think it can make a really nice meal. So I'm kind of excited to have just a little bit more recipes sort of in my brain for healthy side dishes. So anyways, just wanted to check in, give you an idea of what day 2 is like. It was a little bit tougher, but overall still holding on pretty strong. Can't believe how fast it's going too. I have just one day left, so I'm excited to see how day 3 goes, and I can't wait back to report to you guys on my results and just kind of give you a summary of how this whole experience went. So thank you for watching, and keep your eyes out for video number 3.